Hi everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my perfect everyday clean makeup routine for cool undertones. This has probably been my most requested video lately. So many of you guys have been asking me to share my perfect clean makeup routine. So if you want to see what clean beauty products are my very favorites and see how I created this makeup look, then keep watching. So I'm actually going to start my makeup look off today with concealer. I'm going to be using this new concealer from RMS. This is the RMS Revitalize Hydra concealer, and I wore this yesterday for a full day and have been so impressed with it. This applies so nicely to the face and is very hydrating and smoothing, which is great because I have very dry under eyes. So if you also have dry under eyes, I think you're really gonna love this. I have the shade CN03, which is a cool neutral shade for like fair to light skin tones. This is what the shade looks like. The applicator is this really nice little brush. So I wore this for about 9 hours yesterday and it didn't crease on me at all, which I was so impressed with. It also kept my under eyes looking really nice and hydrated, which is so great. I've been really enjoying applying concealer first in the places that I really need it, and then just going over my face with like a light layer of tinted serum or tinted sunscreen over top. So I'm just blending this concealer in around my face, and one thing that I've learned about this concealer is it really does apply the best under the eyes just with the finger. I actually ended up getting the RMS concealer brush, but I've tried applying this concealer with the brush and with my finger, and I really like the results better with my finger. So I don't think you need to buy the RMS brush. So I just blended out the concealer around my face, and I'm going to apply a little bit more under my eyes, but this really is such a nice medium coverage concealer that doesn't feel heavy or cakey at all. And if your skin is similar to mine, then the shade CN03 really is such a great match. It's a little bit light, which helps it to brighten up my under eyes and my face, which is what I really like in a concealer. I forgot to mention that I have already applied a sunscreen to my face today. I'm using the Ultraviolet Future Screen SPF 50. So I applied that first, and then applied the concealer. And then I'm going to go over the RMS concealer with a little bit of this Merit the Uniform. This is my very favorite tinted sunscreen right now. It's a really, really nice formula. I'm wearing the shade 30 in this, which is a pretty good shade match for me. I think the shade up from this might work a little bit better for me, so I do plan on picking that up eventually, but for now, this is a good match, and I think that this will be like the perfect shade for me in the winter time. One reason I love this tinted sunscreen so much is because I get oily in my T-zone, and this one doesn't feel like too heavy or greasy on me at the end of the day, which is really nice. A lot of sunscreens just feel kind of heavy on my skin, especially in the areas that I get more oily, and this sunscreen doesn't feel heavy at all, and it just wears really, really nicely on my combo skin. So I think that it would work so great for people with more oily skin and also people with drier skin as well. For contour, I'm going to be using the Westman Atelier contour stick in the shade Biscuit. This is my favorite clean contour stick. It's such a good one. The shade is also perfect, especially if you have cool undertones like I do. This never looks too warm or orange on me. It's a really, really great shade. I also really enjoy the finish of this contour. I like that it has more of a matte finish because I find that it sets down and it wears pretty well throughout the day. A lot of cream products don't have very good longevity, but this one does. This one lasts really well on me. I really like applying this contour in my crease as well, just like for some added definition. And I've been applying my contour like higher up on my cheekbones lately to make my face look a little bit more lifted, because I do have kind of a like longer face. And so I've been really enjoying doing that, but I think I went a little bit low today. And so I'm gonna take my concealer and just clean that up a tiny bit down here. So this is what the Westman Atelier contour stick looks like all over the face, and I love that it shapes my face because it's a matte formula. And I love how it's not too warm, like it doesn't pull orange on me, but it does add just a tiny bit of warmth to my skin because it's so cool. So this really is such a great contour color. I really, really love it, and I think it's so nice on cool undertones. I'm going to do my brows now, and I'm going to be using the Ravie Beauty Easy Everyday Brow Pencil. I feel so lucky that we have like so many amazing clean beauty brands these days, and Ravie Beauty has definitely become one of my favorite clean beauty brands. I also absolutely love RMS and Ilia. There are just so many good ones. I would love to know in the comments like what some of your favorite clean beauty brands are, and if there are brands that you would like to see me reviewing more of. I always like to know what you guys are wanting to see and what brands are your favorite. Now I'm going to set my face with this Kosas Cloud Set in the shade Candy. This is a beautiful light pink shade that is just lovely and so brightening. If you have fair skin like I do, or even light skin, I think this would work super, super well on you. I love this powder under my eyes, especially because I do have drier under eyes. I also love that this sets my makeup so nicely, but it still lets like a little bit of a natural glow come through my skin. Like it doesn't completely mattify me, which I really, really like on like an everyday basis. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using the Lisa Eldridge liquid eyeshadow in the shade Ione, which is a beautiful like cool brown shade and just so lovely all over the eyes. This is what I wear most days as like just a matte shadow look, and it's so, so pretty. You do have to work kind of quickly when applying the shadow because it does set down, but once it sets down, then it doesn't budge or crease at all throughout the day, which is so, so great. Okay, now I'm going to switch gears a little bit and do blush because I like to put blush on my eyelids as well. So I'm going to be using this Ravie Beauty Endless Diffusion Baked Blush in the shade Paradise. And I am so happy because this is one of my all-time favorite blushes, but it's been out of stock. The shade Paradise has been out of stock for a long time now, but they just restocked it. So if you've been wanting to try this shade, then now is your chance. I have a link down below. It is affiliated, so if you make purchases through it, I make a small commission, and I appreciate you so much if you choose to use the link. But anyways, this blush is so, so good, and this shade is gorgeous. It's like a beautiful pink shade that has this slightly sun-kissed effect to it, but it's not like too warm, and it never looks orange or anything like that. It just gives you this like healthy summery glow, and it's just stunning. Put a little bit of this on my eyes as well. This blush has a really beautiful sheen that just makes the skin look so healthy and flushed. And I really love a baked blush formula because it's just so beginner friendly and easy to use, and it always just like looks so seamless. It just really melts into the skin and looks good every time. I've been loving putting blush just like all over on my eyelids, cheeks, forehead, and even my chin. Mary Phillips, the celebrity makeup artist, was talking about how you should also add some blush to your chin, and I've been really loving doing that and just loving how it ties the color into the face. Another clean blush that I'm completely obsessed with is the RMS Redimension Hydra Powder Blush, and I have the shade French Rosé, which is such a beautiful neutral pink color. And so I just wanted to add like a tiny bit of this on the apples of the cheeks. These blush formulas are incredibly similar. They both have a beautiful sheen to them, and I believe are both baked formulas. I guess I'm not for sure if this RMS blush is a baked formula, but anyways, they apply very, very similarly and look very similar on the cheeks because of the sheen that they give. But this French Rosé shade is just a touch brighter, so I just like adding a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. This is more pigmented as well, so you have to be a little bit more careful and go in with a little bit of a lighter hand when applying it. But I think it's just so pretty. I love this blush so much. I've been wanting to try some other shades in this RMS blush, so if you have other favorite shades, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear which ones are your favorite and maybe try some of them out. For mascara, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Lash Extender Mascara. From my research I did, I'm pretty sure e.l.f. is a clean makeup brand at the drugstore. Correct me if I'm wrong though. This is just the one that I've been wearing and loving, and anyways, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a clean formula, but if I had to pick my very, very favorite clean mascara, it would definitely be the Ione mascara. That one is my all-time favorite, my holy grail. Such a good mascara, and it is also a clean formula, which is amazing. But I don't have that one right now, but I do have this e.l.f., which is also another one of my very favorite mascaras. So I'm going to be using this one today in the shade Deep Brown. I actually stopped buying the Ione mascara for a while because they didn't have a brown shade, and I really love a dark brown mascara for every day, but they just came out with a brown shade in their mascara, so I definitely want to pick that up and give it a try. Now let's do lips. So I've had the Ravie Beauty Lip Renewal Treatment Oil on my lips, and I'm just gonna wipe that off. But I really love applying this when I first start my makeup routine to just kind of prep my lips so they're nice and hydrated and plump. And I'm going to be using the Ravie Beauty lip liner. These are the soft definition Longwear lip liners that they just came out with, and I've been absolutely loving these. This one is Ravie Beauty also came out with these super cute pencil sharpeners that are so nice. But anyways, I've been using mine like crazy. This is the shade Fig, so I'm gonna sharpen it really quick. And I've been loving, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use a little bit of the shade Almond first. This is a cool brown shade that is just perfect for contouring the lips. I love how cool toned it is, and I just am really a big fan of this formula. It's long wearing, so it really lasts all day. So you do have to work quick because it sets down quickly, but you do have a little bit of time to smudge it out. And it just creates this lovely shadow on the lips that is just so nice if you want your lips to look a little bit more full, which, I mean, who doesn't want that, right? Okay, so this is what the shade Almond looks like on my lips, and now I'm going to be using the shade Fig, and I'm actually just going to fill in my lips with this. I've been loving a matte lip look lately, and this is like the most stunning mauve shade, and I just love it all over my lips. You can kind of blur it out with the finger, and it just looks so, so pretty. Okay, so this is what the shade Fig looks like all over the lips. I love it. It's the perfect mid-tone mauve shade that I think looks so stunning on cool undertones. I also think it's neutral enough to look good on like any skin tone, honestly, but it really is so, so pretty on cool undertones. So if you're needing a new lip liner, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. I'm just gonna finish off the look with a little bit more of this Kosas powder just to kind of set things one more time and keep them in place all day. Alright, you guys, this is the finished makeup look. This is my perfect everyday, clean, cool toned, natural makeup look. I would love to know what your thoughts are in the comments, and I would also love to know what your favorite clean makeup brands are or clean beauty products. I always love to know what you guys are loving. Thank you so much for watching. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.